There are some mighty strange things going on in this lighthouse, a 2019 film. I'm going to be talking about its major themes in relation to masculinity and show you a painting that I did inspired by my watching it. So this is a lighthouse keeper played by Robert Pattinson, and he slowly loses his mind during the course of his administrations and work on the lighthouse. And he eventually is able to get past the older lighthouse keeper and actually look into the lighthouse light itself. And he starts off with this expression of ecstasy and almost intoxication, and then he loses it and screams and falls down the stairwell, and that is the end of him. So I started thinking about, what does the light in the lighthouse represent? And that is what inspired me to do this painting here, which I'll talk about in a moment. Now, there are a lot of different interpretations. People are going to have their own thoughts, and I hope you'll share those in the comments. But mine is that this represented some kind of forbidden fruit. It was something, a knowledge that he wasn't supposed to have. There's a lot of symbolism in the film with relating this to Prometheus, which was the myth about man, Prometheus stealing fire from the gods and bringing it down to earth. But this idea of there's some things that you should not know or experience, knowing is doing. So experiencing certain things, what do you put in front of your eyes? Just because you can do that, is that a good thing? So that's how I relate it to the film, really to our choices as men. What are we letting into our lives? What are we exposing ourselves to? And what do we purposefully have to shut out because it's not good for us? And I think there's so many temptations and things that are not good for us as men that we have to guard our mind and our hearts to avoid, because they can be very destructive. They're very intoxicating. But eventually it ends up destroying that character. Now, this is my first watercolor painting inspired by this film and its ideas. Normally I use oil or acrylic. And I'm painting this man. He's not supposed to be mimicking Robert Pattinson, but just an archetype of a man who has not looked into the light, but he's sees it in the background and he's thinking about it. Is this something I should experience? Is this knowledge that's going to be good for me? And the temptation of that. He's a little pensive, and that's kind of the mood that I was trying to capture with him in this scene here. So I hope you'll share in the comments about what do you think the light represented. You may have a very different take, because there are many interpretations. I just explained mine. And share that in the comments. And if you like content like this about talking about using art to highlight different issues that are important to men, consider giving a thumbs up. It really helps others find the channel, and consider subscribing. Here's the final painting. You can also check out my website that's listed there. Again, thanks for keeping company on the channel with me. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Until then, toodaloo.